Salutations, hello, hi, and welcome to Basic Public Speaking. I'm Christy Thomas. I'm your professor and instructor for this course, and this is the weekly chat for week one. Week one's dates of this course are January the 12th through the 16th. So just kind of chat about what we're looking at this week. So you're logged onto Blackboard, and it's going to look a little chaotic because the first 3 weeks of this course is opened and ready for your viewing pleasure. You have a welcome video from me that's introducing myself and how this course works. And then there's introductory module that has all important course information in there as well. Please check all these things out. This is important information that will help you throughout this course, and I will repeat it numerous times. And then there's various links on Blackboard, ACTC's library, the academic calendar, a public speaking blurb, the communication theory module. All these things are open, and the first 3 weeks, so you will see the first 3 weeks there's something due each week. But please I don't want you to get stressed about this. Week one, which is the one we're talking about, you're just going to have a check-in questionnaire, and it's for me to see who's really logged on. And this first few weeks, I'm pretty lenient when it comes to submitting things, because I know we are just we're getting back into the groove of school, and we're getting back into it. And maybe this is your first on class, maybe not, and maybe I set mine up completely different than anyone else who's done it, but that's okay. So we're in this together. This first week is an introductory week, so really check out the introductory stuff, the syllabus, the academic calendar, the course weekly calendar. I follow that pretty much to a T. I also have documents of due dates, how much each percentage of the final grade everything is worth, all of that. Ways to contact me, that's on the syllabus, and important dates and all that is also, withdrawal, when there's school, not school, if something were to happen, where to check out for weather and whatnot. So just be aware of that as well. And if you are in one of my dual credit classes, and we meet in team meetings, I will follow your school schedule. So if you don't have school that day because of weather and ACTC does, we won't meet. I just want to make you aware. So I don't want you to freak out, because I know sometimes it can be a little difficult. So again, like I said, this is an introductory week. Really check out, there's a communication theory module, and I always post this because this is the basis of all communication. Doesn't matter what course you take. It gives you the technical jargon, but it shows that, some do a spiral. I really like to think of it as a circle from sender to receiver, back and forth, and how our external and internal noise can affect our communication skills and our listening skills. And the listening, it comes into play when it comes to public speaking. And this also tells us, breaks down with public speaking. A lot of people think, when they think public speaking, they think in a large group, auditorium, think graduation, presentations, super formal. It is that, but it's not just that anymore. Public speaking also forms into the informal small group communication. This could be communication between you and your buddies, or you and your coworkers, or you and your teachers, or you and family members. That is also forms of public speaking. So there's informal, formal, large, small, and everything else in between. You will also see, there's this weekly video. Every weekly video that gets posted, the weekly videos go up, and then when I open up the next week's, I will close the previous week. So that's the only thing that gets opened and closed. Everything else, once it's open, remains open the entirety of the course. So I try to have lesson modules opened a few weeks in advance for in case of anything, weather or whatever may happen. I just find it's easier to be prepared. And then when it also comes to assignments, which is mainly your speeches, like I said before, those will be open at least 1.5 to 2 weeks prior. And a lot of times, especially toward the end of the semester, they'll be open weeks and weeks in advance. Because I understand that some people really thrive in procrastination, but some folks like to get the information and get it done. And this way, this caters to both. So we've discussed the lesson modules. All lesson modules, when you open them up, will have a Word document, a PowerPoint presentation, a video chat, and a publisher PDF. And it's all just various ways of breaking down the information. I do not require textbooks in this class. Remember that. All your information is found on Blackboard itself. And the PDFs, the PowerPoints, and the Word documents all come from the publisher themselves. So it's information from if you were to have a textbook. The video chats is just me breaking down the lesson and maybe giving different perspectives and point of views and examples of terminology or theories within the lesson itself. And then I also will add, there's this wonderful communication coach, Dr. Alex Lyon. I use his YouTube videos sometimes in the lessons as well because it just gives a different perspective. But really check out these lessons because we don't have textbooks. Okay, so we've talked about what we're looking over this week. We have the course info, and opened as well is the questionnaire that's due for this week. And it's just, remember, it's just me so that I can kind of basically take attendance and submit that to ACTC. Then there is a Canon's Rhetoric module. That is open. That has a questionnaire due at the end of week 2, but I don't want you to freak out because there is no right or wrong answers when it comes to the Canons of Rhetoric. We do it once at the beginning and once again, same questions at the end of the semester. The first round is you telling me what you think it is, and the second round is you applying what you've learned from this course. It's an engagement questionnaire for me to understand what works, what doesn't. So that's open as well. And your first main speech is also open, the module for that. And in that is a Word document, a Word document, a video chat discussing the description requirements for the speech, and the link. With this speech and every speech, you are to record yourself delivering the speech, so I must see your face, and you submit that video to Blackboard. A main reason why I open up the modules for speeches so far in advance is because if technology can fail you, it will fail you. It's so that you're not waiting till the very last minute and you realize, oh crap, I can't do this. So this way you have weeks in advance to do your video and get it submitted. I'm not going to talk about the details of this speech because it's not due till the end of week 3, and this is week 1. I don't want to overload. So, week 1 is January the 12th through the 16th. Hi, hello, welcome. Looking forward to it. I know it's a lot of information this week, and I apologize, but we've got to get it all out there and got to get into the world. The only thing to do this week is a check-in questionnaire, so look it over and get that submitted. All the good things. The Canon's Rhetoric module is open. That questionnaire is due at the end of week 2. And then your main speech, introductory speech 1 module is also open, and that's not due till the end of week 3. Once a lesson or a words left me. Once a lesson or a speech module is open, it remains open. So what you see open now on Blackboard will stay open throughout the remainder of the course, and I will open more as we continue on. As always, if you have any questions, concerns, or just need to chat, please reach out to me and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I hope you have an amazing day, that you're not too worried about all this information coming at you this week. And if you need to chat with me, please reach out to me via email and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thank you so much. Bye.